All right, our next guest is an award-winning journalist known for his groundbreaking reporting on government surveillance, but now he's become somewhat of an outspoken critic of what the mainstream media has done about and with objective journalism. Joining us now is reporter Glenn Greenwald. Glenn, good to see you.
Hey, good to be with you. Thanks for having me.
So as we were about to go on air, there was this tweet that a reporter from Politico just put out, and it had a statement which she claimed was from the Capitol Police saying that they did not like the statements that both Leader McCarthy and Leader McConnell had said, and it made it appear as though that was the position of the U.S. Capitol Police. We've now found out she has now deleted the tweet because it wasn't from the Capitol Police. It was one Capitol Police officer who wishes to remain anonymous, but not before the tweet and the sentiment of what she believed was the position of the U.S. Capitol Police went viral. It is this kind of journalism, Glenn, I'd rather be first than right, that has caused so much concern and, frankly, lack of integrity and belief in the current reporters.
Yeah, journalists are very, very dedicated to denouncing the fact that the public has lost faith and trust in them and seeks alternative sources of what they consider to be disinformation or fake news rather than listening to them. And yet they're very, very poor at asking why that is. Why has the public lost so much faith and confidence to the point that you almost believe a random website that appears and materializes on your computer that you don't know rather than believing them? And it's because incidents like this are now extremely common, right? It's always been true that media outlets get things wrong and you promptly correct it. But when it happens so often through a reckless disregard for the truth, people rightly conclude that journalists no longer care about telling them the truth, but instead deceiving and propagandizing them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Glenn, I want to play something for you that Biden said yesterday while he was in Detroit at a Ford plant test driving a car. Listen to this.
Mr. President, how fast were you going?
Well, okay, I'm just going to step on it. I'll come off at 80 miles an hour. You'll see what it is, okay? You ready?
Mr. President, can I ask you a quick question on Israel before you drive
No,
away?
you can't.
So
Not unless you get in front of the car as I step on it. I'm only teasing. Okay, here we go. You ready?
See it, sir.
All right, our best test driver ever.
All right, Glenn, while this is laughable, I can only imagine if this was President Trump and the reaction that we would have received if he would have said something similar. I mean, one, he doesn't answer the question. We've heard him say he can get in trouble if he does answer questions. But then he ignores them. He says he's going to run over them. And this isn't a problem, anyone. It's just cute.
If Trump posted a tweet that had like an adolescent insult for Chuck Todd or Wolf Blitzer, they would almost like convene a UN war crimes tribunal claiming that this was some sort of grave attack on press freedom. And here you have Biden making a joke about running them all over as a condition to answering their question. And they're giggling and swooning more intensely than like adolescents at a One Direction concert. You know, I've never seen anything like that before. On top of which, there happens to be like this very serious war going on in Israel and Gaza, which, whatever your opinion on that, is something that Biden bears direct responsibility for. He's overseeing it. He's deciding how long the Israelis can go for. There's gas shortages. There's a jobs crisis, a COVID pandemic. And he's playing with his toys while journalists swoon and cheer. And you're absolutely right. Imagine if Trump had made a joke about murdering a bunch of journalists. I don't think it would quite have elicited the same reaction.
You know, it's funny, speaking of the same reaction, Axios had a story out yesterday that said President Biden's going to waive sanctions regarding this Russian pipeline that they want with Germany. For 4 years, we had a narrative from the media, I saw it firsthand, that Trump was a puppet for Putin. And right, you had Ambassador Rick Grenell and Trump that stood up and said, we don't want this pipeline. It's bad for economic, geopolitical, and other reasons. But now Biden folds at this and says, go ahead and build the pipeline. And yet not a peep from the media about how this helps Russia.
You know, it's so amazing. I actually wrote about it this morning because an overarching principle of Obama's foreign policy, which I agreed with him about, by the way, was that you should not confront the Kremlin and Putin on areas that are of vital interest to Russia, but not the U.S. So he, like, for example, refused to send lethal arms to Ukraine, even though there was bipartisan demands he do so. He refused to bomb Assad, even after Assad crossed what he called his red line, because he didn't want to provoke confrontation with Russia. When Trump gets into office, he basically reverses all of that. He does send lethal arms to Ukraine, the most provocative thing you can do to Moscow. He bombs Assad twice, and now in this case, the most important thing to the Kremlin is completion of the construction of this natural gas pipeline underwater that will allow them to sell their cheap natural gas to Europe. Trump, for the last 2 years, was obsessed with sabotaging that pipeline, arguing that Germany, because they get NATO protection, should buy it from the U.S. instead. Biden gives Putin the biggest gift he could hope for. If anyone, should be subject to this fairy tale from the Cold War that always controlled by the Kremlin and serving Moscow's in, they used it about Trump for 4 years, even though reality was the exact opposite of that conspiracy theory.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you put it better than I could have ever done. But it's exactly true that everything factually stands against the narrative that was against Trump. Now Biden does the opposites, and no one says a peep. Glenn, it's always a pleasure to have you. I love following you on Twitter. You call balls and strikes, and I love it. So thank you. I hope you'll come back soon.
Absolutely. Great to be with you guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.